All right. Some surprising news. So, very much like the Juneteenth, I did not know that this was an issue specific for us nurses. The nursing wage, there's a gender wage gap in nursing, and nursing in Massachusetts, it's not in America, vastly major. I think in the world, it's a majority female profession. So you might think maybe this is the one time, because it's a majority female profession, that females would be getting paid more than males on average. Wrong. This blew my mind. I just don't know how. I don't know how this is a situation, but it is a situation that female nurses do and are getting paid less than male nurses on average at every level. Staff nurses, new nurses, grad nurses, management nurses. All right, let me give you the details. In a profession where women comprise 88% of the workforce, one might assume nurses would be largely unaffected by the gender wage gap. Wrong. But the nursing profession is not. In fact, immune to disparities in pay, finds the newly released nursing salary research report conducted by OnCourse Learning. According to the study, on average, men who are nurses out-earn women nurses by $6,000 annually. That's a lot of money, boo-boo. That's a lot of money. So even taking into account the total hours worked, years of nursing experience, age, education level, and certification status, men still are making more money than women, says Robert G. Hess Jr., PhD, RN, FFAN. I don't know what that FFAN is. Executive Vice President and Chief Clinical Executive for OnCourse Learning. So the survey, they did a survey of over 4,500 nurses from all 50 states took part in the survey. Among the notable findings regarding average annual earnings, so listen up, listen closely, because this is where the numbers come in. Male nurses earned $79,688 on average, where female nurses earn an average of $73,090. Men who were chief nursing officers earn an average salary of $132,700, where women CNOs earn an average of $127,000. Male staff nurses $75,833, and female staff nurses earned an average of $68,521. So this blew my mind. It really did blow my mind. Number one is experience. And then number two, it's just years that you've been at that specific hospital. That's how our nursing salaries are based. And that's when I was looking for a job, I went to a million different interviews, different facilities, went to hospitals, went to nursing homes, went to rehabs, went to all of these places. And that's basically how it worked. And it's like every year you'll get a 2% raise, you'll get a 5% raise. And then there's special occasions, like if you win like a nursing award, like the Daisy Award, if you win any of these special awards, then you get a bigger boost in your salary, percentage-wise. So I had no idea that this was a thing. And any profession, if there were going to be any profession where it'd be the flip, the wage gap would be flipped, or it would just not be a thing, you would think it'd be nursing. But no. And then if you continue reading, the authors of this article and the survey said that a lot of it has to do with negotiating. It was like 43% of men negotiate their salary every year, every time they have a meeting, every time they talk about bonuses and salary upgrades, whereas it was only like 30% or 25% of women. Does that count for the $6,000 on average for every nurse? No, I know. Especially when I'm starting a job, I always put a really, really high number, and I talk myself up and say that I'm an investment. The potential is there. I'm going to be a great nurse. I know I do that, but that's also because I go on YouTube and find best ways to negotiate your salary. That's what I do. Is it a man thing? I don't know, but what I do know that there's a wage gap, and it's crazy that there's an actual wage gap when there's so little men in this profession. So little. When there's much more females in this profession.